Yo, YouTube, welcome back to another video here on the BitFinance channel. It's your boy Zay, and on this channel we talk about crypto analysis, different altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, S&P 500. We just tap into a lot of financial markets and charts. But today is currently Tuesday. It's April 22nd, 2025. It is currently 7:49 a.m. and we are just looking at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is currently sitting around $88,700, which is pretty good for us to be in this stage right now. Just the overall recap of what has happened so far. If we scroll back and we just look at this time frame right here, last year of 2024, it was February. From February all the way from, as you can see, February all the way to November of 2024, we've been stuck around the 70K range. During November, around election season, we were able to break out of this range that's been lasting for majority of the year, and we were able to break to and above the $92,000 area. We sustained that area for a good amount of time. I would say around November. So you got November, December, January, February. So around 4 months, we stayed in this area around 4 months until we dipped below, right? And for the last 2 months, we've been trading below this $91,000 area, around $84,000, right? And so now, while trading within this area, we've created somewhat of a range. And our range, how I had it marked off, was here. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. This was really like the trading range I was seeing, with a deviation here and deviation here and here. Everything else was just sideways price action, right? And so once price was able to come down and not touch this 70K area, like I really had a price target here around 70K, really 71K. Price really didn't get a chance to come down there. The most that it got down to was 74.2K. And in a sense, it looks as though we front ran that area right here. So this was able to grab some support. And it looks as though, like right here at the very top of our previous high, which was here around like 74K ish, we were able to get close to it, like 74.4, off by a couple $100. But nevertheless, we were able to recover. It looks as though we came up, we chopped around here, back around the $84,000 area, and now it looks as though we are moving towards that 88K area, right? We're at 88K now. Our next area, if we're able to stay strong and break above, is going to be that $91,000 area, right? So I know I just said a lot. Basically, long story short, Bitcoin is bullish. We were consolidating right here. We moved up. We chopped around, consolidated. We had a nice pullback, and now it looks as though we might have the potential to continue pushing forward, right? Now, the biggest thing that we do want to see is to break some of these lower highs that we've created, right? This is one right here at 88K. This is just another one here at 91K. This is another one here at close to 100K, $99,000. And then, of course, our all-time high, which is here at 109-ish, 110-ish. If we are able to reclaim some of these areas, that's going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and that means we are poised to move higher, right? That's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin right now. If we scroll over to Ethereum, it looks as though we are gaining some support, which is off of the 1.5K area. But it's nothing too drastic, nothing too crazy. One type of chart that I like to look at is going to be the ETH to BTC chart, which helps me indicate, all right, when alt seasons are in play. Altcoins are in play. Once this chart starts moving upward in this direction, right? Currently, we are still seeing a decline, right? Like if you see this all the way up here from July of 2024, we have been steadily going down, which is not something you really want to see, as if you're into Ethereum or other altcoins, right? This means that Bitcoin, if you see this going down, it means Bitcoin's in control. And clearly, Bitcoin's in control, as you can see over the last couple years. Over the last couple months, close to years now. If we go to Doge, one of my favorite altcoins, one of my favorite altcoins. Is at a support area right now around 16 cent. We're pushing towards that 17 cent range, but if you're able to get in now and just allow price to do what it does, and if we reclaim some of these lower highs again, as I just mentioned, like the 17 cents, okay, cool, 20 cents, cool, 24 cents. Like if we're able to reclaim some of these areas, and if we catch a buy right now or right here in this range, I think that would be extremely, extremely good. My last one, another one of my favorite altcoins is going to be Solana. And you can see it's in the support range right now. We want to reclaim this $147 area, and then hopefully eclipse one of our $179 area, right? But now I do believe it's in a good zone to buy. So just take heed to that. If we look at the S&P 500, we can see that we broke below one of our support areas right here, which is around the 5.2K area. It looks as though we broke below just a little bit. Now it's going to be interesting to see how this Tuesday plays out, and if we're able to reclaim or just get back above this 5.2K area. That's going to help us out as far as pushing the narrative of being bullish, right? Excuse me. But let's go back to Bitcoin right now in the short term time frame. If you're looking at this area right here, which has been more so consolidation, you're able to throw in a tool called the fixed volume range profile, right? And this tool right here is basically telling us where majority of the interaction is, or the majority of volume is within this trading range, right? This was a range. Really, you can really draw it from here. I'll draw out the box for you. You can really draw out the range from here all the way to here. This is that range that we are looking at, where the most volume, where the most people are interacting at, right? And people are saying that, or this tool is indicating that it's around this $84,000 area, right? So when you're above it, this area right here can be used as support because you have a lot of buyers in this zone. If you're breaking below, 9 times out of 10, it might have some momentum because there's a lot of sellers in this area. So right here is where majority of the action is, right? Indicating that this right here is a key level. So if you're above it, 9 times out of 10, you might have a lot of energy, a lot of volume to move up. If you're below this, you have a lot of force going down because there's a lot of interaction here, right? A lot of momentum. So that's just, a quick tool that I use to create some of these lines. Some people might be wondering, all right, how do you get a line here? How do you get a line here? A is just years of just looking at charts, analyzing charts, and breaking down charts. That's A. B is actually using information to create these zones, right? So what information do I use? I use these wicks right here. These wicks indicate, all right, there's a lot of buying or selling that's happening in this area, right? So if you see a red candle come down and it wicks and moves back up, this means there's somewhat of buyers in this area. If you see the same thing with the green, if you see anything above this box right here and it's a wick, this indicates that it's a key area. Now, if you look at the opposite, it's not necessarily wicks, it's just reversals at this area, right? Reversal, 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 reversal. You can see like this is rejection, right? We're trying to break above this area, but price is rolling over, meaning that it doesn't have enough strength to break above, right? So this is rolling over, as I just mentioned before. And we're below it, so it's indicating like, all right, we don't have enough strength. Whereas right here we are bouncing, meaning that there's strength in this area to continue pushing forward, right? And I'm gonna leave y'all with one last nugget, and then I'm gonna go, because I'm just giving out key information now. One of the things that I learned from my mentor is like, all right, you think about key areas like you're hitting a tree, right? So say this is the tree, right? You bounce off the tree, you have an axe, you hit it one time, boom, the axe is going to bounce off or it may stay stuck, but you're not really going to break through this tree the first time, right? So cool, you bounce again, cool, bounce again, cool, cool, cool. So it's like you're hitting the tree, boom, boom, boom. The tree's not breaking yet. It's going to come a point in time where if you continue to bounce off a certain area, you're going to break through, right? So that's this example right here. We were hitting the tree, hitting the tree, hitting the tree. It's a strong tree until it's not no more. It breaks through. Same as the opposite. If you're below, you're hitting the tree, you're hitting the tree, you're hitting the tree. The tree's not necessarily breaking, but then you continue to hit. Eventually, once you hit it that last time, you're gonna break through the area, right? So that's how I like to look at it. As if you have an axe, you're hitting the tree. It's not gonna break the first time, but the more times you continue to hit that tree, it'll eventually break. But that's really all I got for right now. Just look out for this $91,000 area. Let's see how that how price interacts here. What's going to be the main factor though is the S&P 500. It looks as though Bitcoin is like saying has a big fuck you right now and is continuing to push up while the S&P is moving down slightly or correcting. So that's just very interesting. I'll keep my eye on that. And yeah, that's really all I got for right now. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.